Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 1st to the 15th, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Virgo, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show them clearly. Guide this reading and show them clearly. There we go. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show them clearly. Guide this reading and show them clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Okay, Virgo, give me a moment. Let me take it in. All right. So at the heart of it all, for the first half of July, is the King of Pentacles. So you're represented by the Pentacles in the minor arcana. So when the King of Pentacles comes through, this is a time of prosperity for you, bounty, abundance. This is also a time of you stepping into your strengths, seeing the connectivity of things, and really looking at the bigger picture of what you want to build, of what you want to achieve, and how you want to move forward successfully and powerfully. Now the challenge here, the challenge is the Tower. So the Tower time is an intense time, and you have been through intense times. Now these intense times could have made you doubt yourself, and usually do. Usually a Tower time makes you doubt yourself, makes you doubt like what you were looking at, how you define things. A Tower time could be a very good time. Okay, I know people like sit there and they're like, Dane, seriously, you're saying a Tower time could be a good time? Yes. When things change and you're like, well, how does this work? And it changes the way that you see yourself, see the world, see yourself in the world. That is okay. It happens when, people get married, when people have children, when people, move, when people start new jobs. It happens all different times where everybody's congratulating you and you're like screaming on the inside. So here, looking at this, it's like, how do I do this, right? That's what the scream is. Here with the Tower, it is looking at the change that you have been through. And there's this fear. It's like this fear of, if I am successful, it will all fall apart, right? I'll lose it again. Or I was never meant to be successful. That was always my brother, sister's, cousin's job. They were the successful one. I was the mess up, or I was the one who never got it right. I'm going to mess it up. That's the energy that I'm getting, Virgo, that comes in. It's kind of like, how am I supposed to do this? I have this dream inside of me. I have this power inside of me. You are very smart. You're very good at what you do. You're very powerful. You're trying here. I always say like trying to fit ourselves into a box we don't belong in. I always think of Cinderella's, stepsisters who tried to fit their foot into a shoe that just wasn't going to fit. And so here it's looking at ourselves and it's giving ourselves permission to be different, to be who it is that our hearts are, who it is that our souls call us to be. And success comes in all different ways. There's so many different things in this world that we don't even know of, that can really be honed towards our talents. And so letting our talents show, letting us show, that's going to be important here. And it's also here because we do have that kind of, Midas touch attitude, right? Make it work, turn it into gold type of thing. Also give yourself permission to have things that you just like to do. They can just be fun, and that's okay. So just be aware of that, because there is somebody who definitely has to hear that. And it moves us then to our focus, and this is our strength. So this is also Leo energy. So if we're born on the cusp with Leo, or we have Leo in our chart, that's going to come through very powerfully. This is strength, tenacity, determination, focus. But the real power of a Leo is the strength of their heart, is the strength of their love. And that is very, very, very important for you. This is going to be a time where we need to focus not on, brute force strength, might equals right type of thing. There's enough of that in the world, right? There's just quite frankly enough of that. It is the strength of the heart. It is the strength of kindness. It is the strength of compassion. It is the strength of love. And that's going to be what we focus on, what we need to focus on, and how we need to grow ourselves. Because there's going to be this attitude of like brute force, like I can make this happen type of thing, yes. But when we let the river flow, like when we let the energy flow naturally, it is even stronger than we imagined it could be. So that's going to be really, really, really important here. Now, we can also be focusing on a Leo. That person can be taking up a lot of our time, a lot of our attention. So just be aware of that. We are also going to see that we are stronger than we ever thought we were. We kind of define ourselves a little bit right now. And I hesitate to say this because it's a bit rude, but it's rude to saying like there's a definition of like weakness. And it's like, you're not weak. You're so much stronger than you can possibly imagine. You have been through a lot, and, coping and coming out the other end, we can all think, oh, I should have done better, right? No, look how strong you are. Look how powerful you are, and embracing that strength of soul and of spirit. Now, the energy that is leaving during this time is judgment. So we're leaving judging ourselves, which is awesome. But I also love this card because there's a sense of letting our soul shine, letting ourselves come forward. And we're leaving this time of like intense scrutiny. It's intense scrutiny. It wasn't like, we're lightly looking at ourselves, looking at our reflection, brushing out our hair. It's like, oh, I'm so lovely type of thing. This was a time of intense scrutiny where it's kind of like you want to take, I see it almost as like, it's like taking a really harsh, like, it's like taking coffee grinds and rubbing it and rubbing and rubbing against your skin type of thing. It's harsh. It left abrasions. It hurt, So here with judgment, we are leaving that time. And we're also starting to let ourselves shine, let our soul shine forward. And it moves us then into our strength. And of course, it is the Magician. I would just like to note that right now you have four major arcana cards and one court card. This is a powerful time for you. The first half of July is power. It is power. It is intensity. It is like roll up your sleeves, no hold bars type of time. And your strength is your magic. Your strength is your creativity, your intuition, your power of self. It's standing before the altar of your existence and claiming your gifts. It is also as above, so below. As you believe it, so it becomes. Your power of manifestation is going to be intense during this time. Use it for good and not for evil, right? Use it to enhance your gifts, not to because whatever you think about, you're going to get. So whether they're good, happy thoughts and positive thoughts and productive thoughts, or angry thoughts, negative thoughts, that's what's going to come forward. So just be very mindful about this. Seeing your magic, seeing your strength, instead of thinking, what am I possibly good at? It's like, wow, look how far I've come. Look at what I've done. Look at how much I am. Look at me. I see me. And you know what, Virgo, I see you really seeing yourself for the first time in a long time. And it's embracing that magic, embracing that tenacity, embracing that beauty. And it moves us then to the near future. And this is the Queen of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It's healing. She has up the Reiki hands. She has up the hands of healing. And that's what you're going to be embracing within yourself. The hands of healing. There's healing, there's steadiness, there's love. But the Queen of Cups, I remember one of my tarot teachers saying the Queen of Cups is second only to the Empress, meaning that she is love, she is giving, she is compassionate, she is the like perfect idea of what we think a queen is supposed to be. The perfect idea, the perfect power. And so here, what we're going to see is that we're nurturing. We're going to see that we're building. We're going to see that we're healing, we're growing, we're connecting. That's the energy that we need to be in. And there was almost fear of letting the heart shine, because when you let the heart shine, it felt like people betrayed you. It felt like everything fell apart. Now, it might be quite literally everything fell apart, people betrayed you type of thing. But it can also be that feeling of like the world became a little bit too much, or a lot of it too much, and it all became intense. So just be mindful about this during this time. And it moves us then to the advice, because the healing comes in, the love comes in. You're also going to be very attracted to people who are spiritually oriented, like emotionally aware. People with EQs, like emotional IQs, are going to be much more attracted to you and much more attractive to you than people who are just like super smart and super clever and they think like, oh, I'm so powerful, I'm so great. So here, love and healing, grace and respect is just going to be powerful energy for you, really moving you forward. You're going to be drawn to things that are moving a little bit slower, but are just nice. Like kindness matters, like, and that's going to be really important for you. Now, the advice for this time is don't try to carry everything on your own. I love this depiction of the 10 of Wands, because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is a person carrying, a whole bundle of wands on their back. They're bent over. They only see the dirt on their shoes. That's what I think of. It's like it takes away all the joy, right? Here, she's letting the oxen help her. She's still carrying what she needs to carry, but she's letting the oxen help her. And so what we're going to see during this time is that we need to take the weight off our shoulders. We're carrying too much. And it can be emotionally, spiritually, personally. We need to connect with others. And it can be, it can be friends, it can be family, it can be reaching out to somebody who we can talk to and who's a good listener and who's not going to be like super judgy on us. So just being aware of that. So with the 10 of Wands, we're standing tall, we're taking the weight off our shoulders, we're holding our head up high, we're freeing ourselves. And as we free ourselves, it moves us to the environment that we'll be in. For the first half of July. And we have the King and Queen of Cups right here. For me, whenever we have the King and the Queen of, is he wearing red as well? No, he's wearing green. So there's a healing coming around when it comes to money, or what you value as much as money. There's a passion that's coming forward when it comes to love. There's a passion coming into your world that wasn't there. It's like you were going through the motions, and now there's a calm, there's a passion. But this is a soulmate connection, true love connection, meaning somebody very important, very powerful can be coming into your life. This is a soulmate. I don't see soulmates as they have to be lovers, right? They don't. These are people whose souls resonate with your souls. You could have known them from a past life, but their energy connects with your energy. And this is going to be a healing. This is going to be a time of greater power. This is also a time where you look at things and you slow things down. You're moving at too fast a pace. Like, our world is going too fast. It is too fast. It is too much. We weren't meant to move this fast. So just being aware of that is going to be super important. You are taking time to heal. Energy is going to be really important for you. So sound healing, like with the singing bowl, we have the singing bowl here for the two of them, but you're going to be really, it doesn't have to be a singing bowl, but here what you're going to see is you're going to be really sensitive to the vibrational energy of things. So when you say something, or like in your head you go, oh, I don't like the vibe of that, leave, move, or like surround yourself with white light type of thing. You're going to be sensitive to the vibe of things. I know that might sound a little bit silly, but it's absolutely true. It moves us then to our hopes and our fears. This is the 9 of Pentacles. To be in prosperity and success, to build wealth. Our fear is the past and the future. And I know that sounds like, oh, okay, thank you. But it's being caught in the past and it's being caught in the future, meaning we're caught in a world that already existed and we're caught in a world that hasn't happened yet. Standing in the right here and the right now, that's going to be really important to us. And that's also going to be really exhilarating because we're like kind of running away from it. Escapism is coming in. And it's like, no, right here, right now, scary, overwhelming, intense. And yes, like we look at the world, yes, that's absolutely true. But what we're going to see is we're standing in our prosperity, our success, our wealth, our abundance. And even if it's not what we anticipated, right? Even if things are different, what we're going to be looking at is the way that we are successful and really starting to connect with ourselves, connect with our abundance, connect with our prosperity, and open up those doors. So being present in the moment is going to be really, really important. And then leads us to the 10 of Swords. We're going through a rebirth. We have the repeat of the number 10 here. This is a transformative time. This is a time where we really start to see ourselves in a new way and define ourselves with greater power. The 10 of Swords in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Here it is, it is muted colors, right? But it is a person staring out into the distance, the birds, flying freedom around her. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it is a man laying on the ground with 10 swords stabbed in his back. It's overkill. It's overkill and it's too much. So we are also leaving behind a time or becoming aware of a time where things got bigger in our minds, or things got bigger emotionally than they were. Like it felt more than it was. So just be aware of that. Or we can be like, wow, it was really intense, but it became all encompassing. All right. This is when something also gets blown out of proportion. It's overkill type of thing. But the 10 of Swords is also a time where we've been stabbed in the back. We've been hurt. We've been stabbed in the back, betrayed. And we take those swords and we now have weapons that made kingdoms. Right? People's lives were forged by a sword once upon a time. And we're going to see ourselves stepping into our power, our authority, and what people thought would break us, or people walked away from us, or people betrayed us. Now we step into our power and we take that power back and we walk in our presence, we walk in our determination, and we walk in our focus. And that is going to be so important because we're also walking in the power of our voice and the clarity of our mind, but the brilliance of what we have learned, because everything hasn't gone smoothly. We've been through those tower times. We've all met people whose lives have just kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, like kind of like grazed the surface of things, but you've gone deeper and you've felt this world. And it brings you a power, it brings you a connection that is really quite extraordinary. It moves us then to our spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading. And this is the Condor. And it says, hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. And you do. Hold the highest vision for your life. Keep those dreams big. Now, again, as Spirit always says, it might not be the mansion on the hill, right? When we're little, we're told, oh, we want to be actors. We want to be, successful and everybody's seeing. We want the mansion on the hill type of thing. And our life might not, like our personality, our soul might not be suited to that. Like that might not be our thing. We might be a cottage in the woods or a cottage in town, type of thing. And that's okay. So here, hold to the vision of your life, but also let your dreams shine forward. Let what you love shine forward. That's really important. It moves us then to the chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And this is listening. This is the throat chakra. Listen. Listen to your soul. Listen to yourself. Listen. We think of the throat chakra and we think of talking, right? Everybody loves to talk. I mean, and that's great. But listening is a superpower. And it's one that we absolutely forget about. We all talk. We all want to be heard. But being the person who hears the stories, being the person that listens, is also extraordinary. You're going to find that when you open up your throat chakra, and you can do so by humming, right? And you start to listen. You start to listen to your body. You start to listen to yourself. You start to listen to the world around you. You start to listen to the quiet. You start to listen to the birds. Like you start to listen to people. All of a sudden, there's a wealth of knowledge that's coming in that is extraordinary to you, right? It really starts to change you. And people sit there, they're like, how did you know this? How did you hear this? Like, also you start to listen to spirit in the universe. It all opens up. And you're powerful, Virgo. You're powerful. And your heart is one of your greatest connections. You're ruled by Mercury, right? The talking, the connection, that's important for you. That really is important. But also the trusting of the heart, the moving forward in what you desire, the carrying of messages, you know, that's an extraordinary thing. You also carry Spirit is saying you carry the messages of souls. So take with that as you will, but that is powerful. Yeah. You see things in a very different way. You also connect to people on a soul level and not just on a surface level. It moves us then to the energy here to be mindful of angels and spirit guides. During this time, this is the Princess of Wands. This is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It can be mindful of a fire sign, but this is somebody who is has a very childish temper, meaning they have anger management issues. So just be mindful about that. This could be a child who has a temper tantrum, and that can be something that is consuming during this time. But it's also going to be people who aren't children, but their souls are very young, and they're not learning their lessons. And that's going to be something you have a bit of a hard time with, like a sense of like people who are being willfully ignorant. That's really going to bother you during this time. So just be aware of that. And it's like, well, when wouldn't that bother you? But it's kind of like, okay, not my business, I'm moving on. But this time it's like there's somebody who comes in, it's like, oh, this is just annoying. So just be aware. It moves us then to the subconscious spirit message, and this is the nuthatch. It says, stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and prosperity coming your way, and perspective coming your way. But there's also new prosperity that is coming your way, a new way of seeing your wealth, of seeing your abundance. It moves us then to the chakra energy. And this is creativity. This is the sacral chakra. This is the creativity of soul. This is the creativity of self. This is our sensual energy. This is our creative being. And it's letting that creativity shine within us. And it's listening to that creativity instead of saying, oh, it's silly, right? It's not as practical as it should be. It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. This is the Three of Pentacles. This is working with others and doing all the work. Just be mindful of that, and they'll take the credit for it too. So just be aware of it. It's kind of like you are creating something extraordinary, and others are going to want to take the credit for it. It moves us then to the subconscious tarot message, and this is the Hangman. And you are meant to stand out, and you are meant to be different. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to fit a mold. Let yourself shine and let your creativity shine forward. This is also looking at things in a different way, like seeing your world very differently, seeing yourself very differently. And it is embracing your power, but it's also embracing your purpose. It's like, I am here to create XYZ. Again, it doesn't have to be our job that pays the bills, right? Our purpose on earth can be something we do on the side that just brings us tremendous amount of joy. We do not have to monetize it, but we do get tremendous richness of soul from it. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed beginning of July and a blessed life. Bye.